I guess. All right, let's call this meeting to order on Thursday, the October 30th at 6:31. Roll call. We have Mr. Yancho.
Here.
Mrs. Honay.
Here.
Me, Mr. Thompson, and we got Mr. Bush. All right, Mr. Bush, pledge allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you, sir. Next thing, approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Support?
Support.
We got all that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, we're approved. Approval of meeting minutes from September 23rd, 2025.
Chairman, I've read the minutes and I think they're correct, so I'll make a motion to accept those minutes.
Moved by Mr. Yancho,
Support.
support by Ms. Honay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, approve the minutes. All right, any public comments? I'm assuming you guys are the applicant for our new business case, so we'll skip that. Any correspondence?
So you do have a item that corresponds with the case in front of you, but we have no other outside correspondence, no.
All right. Any questions on the letter Mr. Smith gave us?
No.
All right. Any old business?
None.
Seeing none. New business. Zoning Board of Appeals case 25006 for, is it Howe Road or Howe Road? Parcel ID 12032000035. We're having a public hearing for a variance request. The applicant is requesting a variance to exceed the allowable garage square footage. The application is for 4,800 square feet, where 2,400 square feet is allowed. So I guess at this point, we'll open up to the applicant. If you want to come up and tell us a little bit about the project and.
Sure will. How you guys doing?
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm Kelly Good, the applicant, I suppose, in this situation. So I bought some property on Howe Road. If you're not familiar, it goes from Howe to Genesee, in between Maple and Hill, kind of in the middle. Very large parcel. It was 85 acres when I bought it. There was 5 acres that was, I didn't know come with the property, so I sold it. It was on the other side of the drain. Is that Myers Drain? Or Brian Myers Drain? It's on the other side of the drain, so I sold that. But I still own 82 acres there. I did split off some lots along Howe Road and Genesee Road with the intentions in the future to sell them lots individually. I have no desire to sell them right now. I don't need any more neighbors if I plan on moving there, so until I need to, I'm not going to sell them. But so more or less, the parcel that I'm left with is 60.27 acres, I believe. And I'm looking to build a house with a large garage, you know, versus a very large home with a very tiny garage. I'm just opposite of what everybody else wants, and I got a huge parcel to work with. My intentions are to, you know, besides recreation, is to develop the property into recreation more. I plan on planting a lot of chestnut trees, oak trees, a lot of animal feeding scenarios there. So in essence, a little homestead, if you will, a little bit of farming going on. I brought my wife, Michelle, and my son, Lincoln. And my wife and her family, they're all farmers. And she's got a very green thumb. We live in a subdivision over in Atlas Township that doesn't really like our garden so much. And she keeps on wanting to expand on it, so I need a bigger spot. So this space gives me all the place in the world to do whatever that I can do out there. Unfortunately, I need a little bit bigger barn. 2,400 square foot is very small. And I just don't need 10,000 square feet of living space. We're a pretty small family, 3 of us. And so looking to build a smaller house with a larger garage is all I'm trying to do. I'm about 700 feet back off the road where my build site is. visible to literally nobody. You'd have to be in an airplane or fly a drone over top of me. Maybe the township's already done that, I don't know. Yeah, Google Earth's a beautiful thing. It updated pretty quick. My clearing site is actually on Google Earth now, so you can see where I'm working. But, I guess that's pretty much my intention there, is to build that, and then, I caught wind of I didn't meet the ordinance. Probably with some more me and Jeremy will just agree, it's just a little miscommunication in the office on why I don't meet the ordinance and why I was told, yes, I met the ordinance, and then when I seen Jeremy, I was told, no, I don't meet the ordinance. So that's a different conversation that, not for here, but I thought I was meeting the ordinance based on what I was told, so I put blueprints together. And then I was told that I don't meet the ordinance, so I had to go change my blueprints. And then I come back in, and I still am told I don't meet the ordinance. So I've been patiently waiting for this meeting because the ground's getting ready to freeze. I literally was ready to pour footings over a month ago, but there's no way around it. So here I am, pay my fee and see if I can get some approval for something that I think this ordinance, in my opinion, the ordinance should be changed. Jeremy and I talked about that because in this instance, I'm singled out as a property owner in the township because I have a large parcel. And if I had a smaller parcel, Jeremy can attest that you guys would either approve it on a smaller parcel or the building department allows it to be built without zoning approval. Okay, so I've did some public requests for information. Jeremy's got some of that information. I think one of the homes that sits on an acre that doesn't meet the ordinance that the board approved, I think in 20.
Yep.
And that's only on a 1 acre lot. I found one on Pollock Road, and I don't think you turned that into, did you?
I didn't, like we discussed, I didn't think it was relevant, but we can discuss it if we need to.
I mean, that one sits about 60 foot off the road. The barn's, I don't know, I don't have it. It's back there in my 3,000 pages, but it's a huge, giant barn, maybe 100 foot off the road. The gentleman using it for a commercial property as a residential property, and that's why he built a barn for his commercial uses. And in my opinion, I didn't really get down to the nitty-gritty with Jeremy on that one. If I look up the square footage of this home and the square footage of all the buildings, and this one easily exceeds the ordinance as well, but was allowed to build. That doesn't meet the ordinance. And I feel, in my opinion, I put in a much larger FOIA request, but it was too much for the gal to handle. She said it was going to take too much time, it was going to cost me too much money. Basically forced me to just kind of walk away based on that information. Every reason under the sun not to give me the information. It made me feel that way because I have a feeling I would find a lot more of them instances. If I can find two real quick and easy, I think I can find a lot more over the years that other people have been allowed to build on much smaller parcels. So me with such a large parcel, the ordinance does say that the commission can, or the board, you guys can consider this, like I talked about the farming or raising of livestock. My wife don't like it, but I really want a fainting goat, so that's my livestock that's coming. But, and then consideration for the size of the property as well. So I hope you guys would consider that. I just want more square footage of a barn because I got lots of tractors. My wife's father, my father-in-law, had combines and all that good stuff, and he turned me on to this tractor thing, and I've got just about everything to do everything under the sun myself, and it's my blood pressure medication, if you will. It's one of the neatest things in the world, but now I got 80 acres, and I can move dirt, and I can play around and have my boys out there on a four-wheeler, and he can hunt. He got him a deer back there last year, his first deer ever, nice 8-point, actually 2 of them. But, so we're just, trying to build a house over there with a little bit bigger barn for our uses, and that's about it, I think. Thanks for listening.
I appreciate it. I'll bring it to the board. Any quick questions before Mr. Smith's report? No? Mr. Smith, you want to go through your
Sure.
report, please?
Stated before, case number 25-006 on Howe Road, vacant land. Current zoning is R3, single-family residential. Subject property is located on Howe Road and is approximately left over with 59 acres, roughly. The zoning of surrounding properties is also R3, single-family. On my research, there's only 25 parcels in Grand Blanc Township that are 50 residential zoned and 50 acres or larger. Mr. Good's parcel is one of those. Just for other reference, there are 75 parcels zoned residentially that are 20 acres and larger. So we have a very small, finite number of parcels that are over large quantities. And again, one of those. The requested applicant is looking to do a new barn dominium style home with a large attached garage. Submitted plans call for 1,200 square foot home to be constructed with a 4,800 square foot attached garage. The ordinance allows for 2 times the total livable floor area of the principal building to be used for the garage calculation allowance. Applicant is seeking to expand the allowable attached garage square footage to 4,800 square feet where 2,400 square feet is allowed. Second page, you've got the standards for consideration, practical difficulty, unique situation, not self-created, substantial justice, minimum variance necessary, compliance with the other laws. We discussed with the higher-ups here at the township if it warranted a text amendment this time. We don't feel at this time it's warranted, but we definitely will be looking at that in the future. Discussed with a few of you board members and with Mr. Good and Davison, we had a graduated scale and it went up as you went. And then also the garage, the attached garage wasn't in that calculation, so you don't get deducted for that as well. So here in the future, we're going to be looking at amending our ordinance to afford parcels like Mr. Good's to have some more leeway in square footage, especially when there's 60 some odd acres over there that aren't going to be used except for them by themselves. Planning and Zoning Department would recommend approval for this case based on the following items. Number 1, the property offers substantial acreage for the single-family home to be constructed upon. Number 2, the variance does not create any harm to the surrounding properties. The neighboring properties will be shielded from this home year-round by tree screening. And 3, a text amendment change would not be warranted at this time. They stated since there's only 25 residentially zoned parcels greater than 50 acres.
All right, thank you, Mr. Smith. Back to the board, Mr. Yancho.
To Jeremy Smith, the applicant mentioned he wants to raise some small livestock.
Sure.
If he was to create a barn or another structure separate to house those animals, or a pony or a horse or something, would he have to come before the board again for a variance?
Yes, sir. Unless whenever we,
I thought I knew that.
depending on when we look at this and think, it'll all depend on what the ordinance looks like at the time if he applies for another outbuilding. But yes, at this time, if he were to come in tomorrow and apply for an additional outbuilding, yes, another variance would be required.
Mr. Bush?
Did you know that before?
Yeah, can I? Go ahead. Yeah. I'm aware of that.
Okay.
And that's why, I mean, in my opinion, I feel like the ordinance needs to be changed because I don't feel like you can single out somebody just because of the size of the parcel they have. If I gotta, continue to pay $600 and wait 45 days to have a meeting to get approval for a chicken shed. You know what I mean? Or something, if I were gonna go that route. I understand that's the way the rule is written. But like Jeremy said, and where he worked previously in Davison Township, it's a graduated scale on how much property you have. And, you call just about any, actually, city or township in Genesee County. Unfortunately, Grand Blanc Township's the only one that I found that has a cutoff of 2 acres where there's a limit on what you can build.
I just recently sold an 80-acre parcel in the township that I moved to when I was 12. So
about
I'm
that?
on Baldwin Road next to I-75.
Okay.
So it was a tree farm. But,
I was gonna buy that years ago. You got good money.
so I understand, and I had a quarter
Bought it
mile
so many
frontage
years
on
ago.
Baldwin Road, and
Yeah.
I understand the frustration with requiring variances to do certain things.
Yeah, and I'm okay, like, I'm not frustrated there, right? Like, the frustrating part about this whole thing, because when we built in Atlas Township in 2017, we're on the Atlas Mill Pond, so our garage has to be in our front yard. Well, guess what? We're the only one in the neighborhood with a garage, right? So I had to go get a variance for that. So I'm okay with the variance and paying my dues and doing it the way the ordinance is written. I'm good with that. It's just when we find other cases in the township that have been built without zoning approval or with zoning approval on much smaller properties, then this one seems like it's like, oh, like, it shouldn't be but more than a casual conversation like we're having, and we all move along, right? And
I agree that we need to examine the ordinance and see what changes we can make to accommodate this type of situation. Unfortunately, that wouldn't happen before frost, so.
no, it won't. No, it won't. But approval tonight, I can beat the frost. I've got concrete coming, like literally, if I can get this approval, you know? So as long as I get my concrete in, I can get a frame up, but,
I drove out to your property.
did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the gates changed, but
Yeah.
I drove on Genesee Road and Howe Road and
Okay.
examined the maps and everything, and
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with this at all. And I'm willing to make a motion to approve this variance.
Mr. Bush had a quick comment.
I was just gonna expand on that a little bit. 80 acres. So.
For 60.
60.
It's 60.
Yeah,
Okay, let's just
yeah,
say 60.
60,
everything
yep.
gets sold.
Yep.
Yep.
I heard trees, not trees, I call them food plots myself.
Yep.
So, good.
You know where I'm going with.
Absolutely.
I actually paid a whitetail management company to come in from Wisconsin
Right.
to draw a blueprint for the 80 acres to where my food plot should be, where my trees should be, all the 25 acres of invasive species that are on the property that I want to clear, you know, so anyway.
To save some trouble, let's just say, it sounds like it's a farm. So if it was a farm, let's just say it was a
Yep.
farm right now, agricultural, is that correct? Would he have to come back for a permit for a chicken coop, for a small barn, for small animals? And I guess I'm trying to maybe go at this to save you some trouble.
Yeah, down the road.
Maybe rezone the whole piece of property agriculture, and you wouldn't have to do this.
Right.
We don't really have a true agricultural zoning district, unfortunately. The Right to Farm Act gives some leeway on some things, but I don't know enough about that to speak on that tonight. I'd have to contact our attorney to make sure,
I would definitely look into that.
yeah. But by the time he's looking to do that, we might already have the ordinance
Sure.
amended,
And I
so.
also agree with everybody that I think the ordinance should be looked at. Other people do look at barndominiums, but mine's gonna be far north.
I hate the term, but, you know, more or less, that's what it is, you know?
I have no problem with this. It's right, the only thing I would think that this is a unique situation because it is 60 acres.
It is, yeah,
I
exactly.
don't wanna see other people coming here with 3 acres and saying, hey, I want this huge barn, because they're not gonna get it. This is a unique situation,
Yep.
and that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Add on at all or
My
not?
only comment is that I appreciate the drawings.
Finally, right?
Love the drawings, yes.
Awesome.
You see, everything is right there.
Pretty clear, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, thank you.
they may need a stamp. It is a residence, and it is over 3,500 square feet.
Just saying.
Well, I guess that's my only thought was with Mr. Bush is that if it was zoned ag or
Right.
farming or something, that it would then change the
Would
requirements.
save you.
Right, unfortunately,
But
we
unfortunately, it's
don't,
not. It's zoned
Right.
residential. So now
unfortunately, we
weird.
don't have a true agricultural zoning
Very much.
district. We have a rural estate, which is essentially that, but it's really not. I mean, there's farming allowed in all of our single-family residential up to R4. So it's not like he can't do what he wants to do. It's just the buildings, because of what potentially will be approved tonight, already exceed it, and then now it's legal non-conforming. Then anytime you expand in a non-conformity, you have to get it approved by you folks tonight. So until we get it changed, yes, that's the correct
Process, unfortunately,
Yeah.
every 30 days.
But, yes, but again, he's trying to get this started so he can get this going before the snow flies. If there's another outbuilding, we can plan it out farther, so that way he's not waiting on us to get approval.
You won't see me in 3 or 6 months probably for, I think this might suffice for a little while.
Yeah.
But you never know, I mean, things
Yeah.
change but that was, glad you brought it up because that was something that I'm like, I had to go see him every month. At the rate I'm going here.
So I guess the whispers of Mr. Yancho, you motioning down
To
there?
approve this variance as presented to us.
Support.
Support by Ms. Honay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? No, none. Congratulations.
Awesome.
You are approved. Obviously, get with Mr. Smith. He is the Grand Master down there.
I got
For
one.
any advice, thoughts, if you even have a question, start with him, and then he can always,
Yeah, he's my
Guide
go-to
you.
guy now down
That's-
here,
yes.
because with some confusing information given to me in the front run. But I want to ask you that question, or the comment that you made about, because I see it on my list, I was just in last week and it does say on that for the building permit, properties, it says 3,500 square feet or more. I don't have an engineered stamp on there, just an architect.
That's a building department question.
Yeah, so,
It is, it may not be because.
because the living space is only 1,200. Yeah, that's,
If it does include the barn, if it doesn't, you're good.
how do we determine that?
You'll have to,
building department.
building inspectors,
The building department will know.
they have to
builders
do
should
their
know.
review on your building plans to give you the building
Licensed builders
permit
should
is the next step.
You're looking at them, so.
oh, there, there. Well, get with the building
I don't
department.
build every day, but,
Yeah, but-
I roof for a living. If you guys don't know, we own Goods Roofing in Burton,
Oh, all right.
corner of
Yep,
Center and Maple Road. That's us.
remember the commercials.
Yep.
Yeah. I can throw a rock to the office. That'd be nice. When
There you go.
We're over there. It's close. My wife's got me close to home now. I was before this property, developed a piece of property on the west side of the state on the Muskegon River, so I was gone a lot. But baseball, the 12-year-old keeps us home now and playing baseball and all that good stuff.
Perfect.
Congrats.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, back to our agenda. Any committee reports?
So I have a little bit of somber news. I just found out late last night that, as some of you may know, one of our, Vince Bandersky, one of our planning commissioners, passed away late September. I just found out about it. Mr. Bennett, Scott Bennett, supervisor, let me know about it last night, so I just wanted to pass along to all of our boards. They've already had the service. It was just friends and family only, so there's no viewing, anything like that. Like I said,
Good life.
it was
Good long life.
Yeah,
passed away on September 25th, is what the
he had
obituary.
a nice barn.
Yeah, he's
He had a nice barn.
He's got a nice piece of property.
Oh, McCandlish.
Oh, that's right,
Bro,
McCandless.
he
Yeah, yeah.
bought the house next door to him and ripped it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It was as big
Well,
as his,
it was unlivable,
Yeah.
uninhabitable, whatever.
but it was still as big as his. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
ripped it down.
Oh, that's a bummer.
He was high up in General Motors when he retired.
Yeah,
He always had a nice truck.
Always.
I did a lot of work for him.
He was very special to Grand Blanc.
Yep.
He did a lot for us.
Very detail oriented on the planning commission. He was our secretary for all the years that while he was serving while I was here, so. Yeah,
He did all the meetings when I was here.
he'll be very, very sadly missed for sure.
Unfortunately. All right, thanks, Mr. Smith. I guess we're looking for a motion to adjourn then?
So moved.
Support by Mr. Bush. All's in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, guys.
My new